のスカイドームで行われた世界バスケットボール選手権決勝、アメリカがロシアと対戦しました。試合開始からドリームチーム2はコールマンのスリーポイントに続きデュマース、そしてコーナーからはレジー・ミラーが沈めます。シャックも大満足。ドリームチーム2は最初の17本のシュートのうち16本決めました。外からの攻撃から今度は中を攻めます。ケンプからコールマンにパス、ロシアの選手をかわしてワンハンドダンク。今度はシャックからケンプに渡りダンク。ディフェンスでも好プレーを見せます。ケンプ、そしてコールマンが次々にブロック。
And Shaq had a monster block of his own. This is not fair neither. Meet Mr. O'Neal.
前半終わって73対40。
73-40 at the half. Shaq showing some agility to go with the power. Very nice. Nobody touching him. He had 18 with 9 boards. And then Dominique Wilkins-Hyman with 20. And it's all over 137-91. And yes, with the victory, we have also clinched the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta. That was tough. Only 8 guys in double figures in this game. Marley and Larry Johnson also had 8 each. The 137 points, 10 points higher than Dream Team 1's high score, scoring average 120.1, the first team average 117.3. The only thing the U.S. did not lead in, defections. Final score, Cubans 2, rest of the world nothing. And I guess Dominique finally has his first title.
Today we wanted to come out and show them that, hey, this is no joking around. We're going to establish ourselves from the very first play and make sure it's known that we're going to win this game, hands down, and that's what happened.
You put a whole month into this, and you want to see the finished product, so I don't think there was going to be any letting up because, like I said, we wanted to leave the American people and the people watching all over the world something to remember us by.
I don't think the original Dream Team ended the game in 3 minutes. I think 3 minutes into this ball game in the championship, it was over.
We made our first, I think, 16 out of 17 shots or some incredible percentage, and it was an awesome performance in the first half, and the game was pretty well over. So it made the coach very happy.
And at the end of the game, the Russians asked if they could play the last 30 seconds again, but it didn't work. So the final number is more points per game, lower margin of victory per game than Dream Team 1. But Shaq averaged 18 points per game, playing 17 minutes a game. Next, Dream Team Trey, opening up in Atlanta, Olympiad number XXVI, August of MCMXCVI. Be there, I, Claudius, and thank goodness their dynasty lost.
Team 2 entered World Championship play with something to prove and may have left lugging the same burden. The comparisons to the original Dream Team stalked them relentlessly. Now, with gold in hand, this group wants respect.
You got to give us our credit. You know, I think it was more pressure put upon us than those guys. But at least they didn't have to be compared to anybody else. You know, we had the thing the whole year. I mean, even last year we had to be compared to Dream Team 1. And we had to have that on that back, plus go out and play. And I think we handled the pressure real well. We did a good job.
They are the best players in the world, and that's why they beat everybody so easily. And I don't think really it's necessarily to compare them with the Dream Team 1 because different profile of the players.
And sticking it to the Russians, a two-time loser to the U.S., seemed to mean a lot to Dream Team 2. Perhaps the players misunderstood that the quantity of points scored didn't overshadow its sometimes poor quality of play in this tournament with the world watching and ghosts from Dream Team 1 hovering about.
Certainly the Dream Team 1 had the big names, the great players, and well, probably go down as the best team ever, but we really think we'd had a shot if we would ever play.
By the margin of victory we won here against Russia, I really think that we established our own identity and played well enough that, you know, we'll always be compared to them, but we're pretty awesome in our own right.
We did it our way, you know. I mean, we won this gold medal our way, you know, and it's something that, you know, we can treasure for the rest of our lives, and we can look back on this and say, hey, you know, I was a part of that experience.
After about 4 weeks of answering these comparison questions, many players on Dream Team 2 have just accepted that the burden of proof lies with whatever group of NBA stars assembled. They know that Dream Team 3 will face the same type of scrutiny and pressure to outdo them, and many want to be a part of it all over again.
I definitely want to be a part of that Olympic atmosphere.
If I'm on Dream Team 3, I hopefully it won't be the same story because I think most of these guys will be on that same team too.
Until then, while they relish the gold, Dream Team 2 would like a moment of silence from criticism and comparison. In Toronto, Pam Oliver, ESPN.
Thank you, Pam. Here. Enough. I guess we're desperate for something to talk about. So comparing the dream teams, it's going to continue, at least for the moment. DT2 compares favorably with DT1 in the numbers game. Derek Coleman said comparing dream teams means people are just trying to divide us.
It is a joke. It is a joke, but in order to beat them in 20 years, you have to feel that experience now and tell it to the next generations.
Maybe that generation of players can keep it close against the States, against Dream Team 6 or 7. Through 8 Olympiads and 62 straight Olympic victories, America's amateurs were untouched until the controversy in Munich against the Soviets and an unclaimed silver medal, followed 16 years later by a bronze in Seoul, leading to Dream Team 1, and then this generation of America's best, spending the summer as expected, kicking tail, taking names, talking big, and winning the gold, with most of the world loving it.
What Americans don't understand is that they want us here. They want to beat me, whip me, take my picture was the theme of Barcelona. Now it's just beat me, whip me. But do it, because they want us here.
The questions, I think, a little silly. It would be like the Americans saying to the Norwegians, please don't send your best cross-country skiers because we can't, we can't beat them. That would be patronizing to the Americans. And for us to say to the world of international basketball, you're not good enough, so we're not going to send our best, would be patronizing to them.
I would love to see the collegians back because it puts a cap on many of those young players' careers. Now they have nothing to look forward to.
Not many, though, feel that way. The global basketball village mostly views Dream Team blowouts as real-life yardsticks.
The only way to do that is to, have equal competition or create competition where the foreign guys or the international guys get a chance to play against the American who's perceived as the best so they can farther advance their skill.
Dream Team 1 was just that, a dream team of proven champions and Hall of Famers, marred only by Charles Barkley's elbow against Angola. Dream Team 2 won big and talked big.
The Dream Team 1, they had culture, they had a nice attitude. They were dream teamers. This is the US team representing the NBA. This has nothing to do with a dream. Which dream?
The dream of spreading the basketball gospel and the basketball profits. For the first time, the World Championship was marketed as a major event in the United States. The tournament set attendance records. And with the U.S. squad as centerpiece, the games drew 1.8 billion viewers in 80 nations around the world.
The global impact of the game economically with what you guys do, television and so forth, the future in the next 8 or 9 years is going to be just unbelievable. And you just can't stay out of that market.
Dream Team stardom brings commercial questions. Remember the great Reebok warm-up controversy in Barcelona? In Toronto, Pepsi spokesman Shaquille O'Neal drank out of a plain cup rather than a Coke cup, sat on the one plain seat without a Coke logo, and declined to be photographed with his all-tournament Coke trophy. But the on-court reality is that America's best are years ahead of the rest of the world. And the only question is, how many years and when might a dream team lose an international game?
The European game is probably about 6 or 7 years behind the NBA game right now.
Maybe 10, 15 years down the road, you get an equal level playing field.
Shaquille getting inside.
In 20 years, somebody's going to beat them.
I just hope I'm not around when it happens.
ではドリームチーム3の
In
メ
the
ンバー
great
を予測
tradition
して
of
みま
never
しょう。
letting today sit still
96
and
年
get
のアト
comfy
ランタ
for
オ
a
リンピッ
minute.
クで
What
は
about Dream
32 歳の
Team
マー
3?
ク・プライ
Well,
スに
Mark
代わっ
Price
て
would pass
ケ
his
ニー・アンダー
32nd
ソンが
birthday
ポ
by
イ
the
ントガード
96
になるで
Olympics.
しょう。
Kenny Anderson could take
そ
his
して
spot.
31歳になる
Thunder
ダンバーリ
Dan
ン
would be a
も
long
ア
shot
ンファ
for
ニー・
a
ハーダウェイ
turn,
が
but
期待
just
通り
shy of
成
his
長すれば
31st,
そ
he'd
の
be
座
too
を
old.
譲ること
But
に
if
なるで
Penny
しょう。
Hardaway excels as
もちろん
advertised, he'd
今
be
シーズンの
tough to
新
keep
人王
off
に
the team.
輝いた
That
リ
certainly
ス・ウ
would
ェバー
be
も忘れてはい
Chris
けません。
Webber. By
その頃
August of
ドミニ
96,
ク・ウィルキン
Dominique
スは
Wilkins would be
36歳。
36 and
ジョ
a
ー・ナバ
half.
ースのポ
We
ジショ
didn't
ン
even
も考
mention
え
the
なけれ
spot
ばな
that
りま
Joe
せんね。
Dumars has.
be a special feeling for all of us when we win the gold medal, when we win the gold medal, when we win the gold medal, when we win the gold medal.